Well, hello again, sports fans. This is the latest flight of my Durafly Skymule and yet another disastrous flight. The intention was to test the range of the Echine 200 milliwatt transmitter that I've been using since I blew up my IRC one. I've since got another IRC, but I thought I'd just test the range of this before I installed it. So the takeoff goes okay. The intention is I'll just get a bit of altitude, test the Cyclops tornado modes that they're working all right, and head off pretty well due west towards the mountains there. So we're up to about 100 metres, and I slip it into loiter mode, and everything seems to be working fine. It's holding about 100 metres of altitude with no trouble. The throttle management seems to be kicking in and out, so it's all looking good for a quick trip out. So while I'm here, I decide I'll test my Mobius pan tilt. So this is the AV feed out of the Mobius. It's nothing flash, I must admit. The on-board camera gives much better AV signal. So I don't know whether that's a problem I got with the installation or whether it's just a characteristic of the Mobius. I have never really tried it before, but judging from the picture, it looks like there's interference coming from somewhere, even though I have a filter in the power line. But anyway, so I put it into PA mode and head out to the west. So I intend to head out to the smaller peak to the right of Mount Tennant here, and I'm just trying to line up on a course and let PA lock onto it. I do have a little bit of trouble doing that though. I seem to have to go a fair bit past it, and then it will come back and lock onto it. So I'm flying over the farmer's homestead here, which I don't really like doing, but after a couple of goes it's fine. I lock onto this track which leads roughly to where I'm thinking of going. So once it settles down, everything seems to be pretty fine at maintaining that 100 metres of altitude. Both of the lock symbols are appearing there, so it's all going pretty well. So I'm pretty pleased with the quality of the video so far, given that it's only a 200 milliwatt transmitter. It seems to be coming through pretty good. I'm almost at 1.5 kilometres. And it's about here that I start to think I'm going to run out of room, which is something I hadn't expected to do. So I'll either need to gain some altitude or turn around to avoid running into the foothills, and I decided to put it into return to home mode and just do a bit of a circuit back and figure out what's going to happen. So I'm at about 2 kilometres, which is pretty good. The plane starts to turn, and I start to get a little bit of video breakup, which isn't unusual in the turn, but it comes back to some extent, and the turn seems to be going fine. I didn't notice these power lines at the time, though in the back of my mind I did know they were there, but not overly concerned because I've flown over them before. And right about now the RSSI just goes down to 0. I didn't notice at the time. All I noticed was that the plane was suddenly diving at the ground, and it took about 2 seconds for it to hit. So I was a bit stunned. So a couple of hours later, I've arrived here at the crash site, which was actually where those cows are standing. I moved the plane in the shade to assess the damage, but I think I had to cross about 9 fences. It was 35 degrees Celsius temperature, so I wasn't a very happy camper at this point in time. So the plane has actually held up remarkably well considering how hard it must have gone in. The basic fuselage and wings are pretty well okay. The nose is smashed, and the Mobius camera flew forward, and it's busted the case open, though it still works because that's what I took these pictures with. Yeah, it's repairable, but a fair bit of work involved in doing it. I'm not sure that I really want to do that work. The batteries cactus, it's very highly compressed, but all the other equipment seems to be okay. So this is the first time I used a UHF radio beacon to locate the plane. So this is my little walkie-talkie with my homemade Yagi antenna. And this is the locator beacon. It's a teeny little thing that I just threw into the battery bay, but I was able to pick it up from almost 2 kilometres away and follow the signal right to the spot. So I'm pretty impressed with that. But that's about all I'm impressed with about this day. So it's clear from the video what happened, that is that for whatever reason it went into failsafe, and I hadn't actually set return to home or throttle on the failsafe because of misguided safety concerns, but that'll be the last time I'm doing that. So it looks like the models are going to be in the naughty corner for a while. I just can't work up the enthusiasm to do any work on it. I just haven't bonded with it, so we'll see how long it takes to get to.